For Windows
Yeah.
Server support, press 2. For cloud site support, press 3.
Okay, we are live. As long as you have your camera on, put your camera live.
And then do I just unpress this one?
No, no, put this, then that.
Oh, okay.
Who I got? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It's Glenn here. My server.
Do you have your account number handy?
No, but I have my server, buddy. KBMdigitalmedia.com. Thank you, Matt.
Want me?
Yeah. How's your bed feel?
What's that?
How's your bed feel after the wonderful Blues Brothers
Yeah,
Chicago?
it was good. It's nice to be home for a week.
Isn't that cool? Doesn't that feel good?
Yeah.
We'll talk about the infamous 2 weekends you guys just had.
Oh, you want to interview me?
Is that okay, Rick?
Yep.
Do your thing. No
Yeah.
rush. Sometime during the game.
Okay.
Okay.
You find me? Help me. Okay, a while back there was a hack on our domain amateursports.tv. And you guys needed my IP address so I could get back in. And today we're at a different location and I'm blocked out of our website for doing changes. My IP address is 209.171.88.232. Sounds good, buddy. Okay, now I'm in the Mound, Carter, and I need to get out of Mound and back into our YouTube. There we go. Thanks. I couldn't see that son of a bit.
Where did you go for Halloween?
No. I just hung out with my buddy and played some Minecraft and stuff.
Minecraft?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. PS4? Xbox One?
Just on our phones, and I think we played a little bit on the Xbox.
You play Minecraft on your phone now?
Yeah.
Don't tell my son.
Oh.
We played a bit on PS3 yesterday. We were doing a bunch of castles and medieval stuff, so it was kind of cool. I want to get him into the Greek gods, like the Greek god skin, but he's not into it just yet. Soon.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey,
You want to go on your phone, or do you have internet in here?
yeah, what do you?
And see on, go to Pal Mound Academy on YouTube and see if the video's there. Because according to this, it's not activated, it won't go through. But it says online. It says 2 people are watching.
Parliament Hockey or Parliament?
Hockey Academy on YouTube. It says 2 people are watching it already, but
I'll try it.
oh, let's mute the mics.
Morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Blackjack Stewart Arena. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. There's very little snow on the ground, considering what happened a couple of weeks prior. The snow is melted. The scores have been settled, and we have a home-and-home series between the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy and the Rink Hockey Academy. Both teams took place in an afternoon matinee yesterday in Winnipeg. The game was very close in a 2-1 victory for the Rink. The same two teams will take battle this morning in the hometown of Pilot Mound, Manitoba for the Buffaloes. My name is Theo Tutkaluk. Thanks for joining us here on the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy Network, as well as the Amateur Sports Television Network, your source for all amateur sports here in southern Manitoba. We will drop the puck here and get settled and be underway in the first period. Dawachuk, Perry, and Seti are the first three forwards on for the Buffalo. They're able to get into the zone very quickly with some speed. It stays in the zone by Episcopo, and it's still circled in by Perry on top of the circles. It gets shot into the corner where Dawachuk will give chase for it. Both teams, as mentioned, played to a 2-1 victory for the Rink. A very close battle. Some of the players for the Rink, three of them in particular, will be playing for Team Manitoba this upcoming week down in Morden Winkler, where the U18s will be hosted. The national program, we see all provinces involved, so good luck to those players from Manitoba heading into this week's action. If you are in the Pilot Mound area, there is a exhibition game between Team Manitoba and Team Alberta down here at Blackjack Stewart Arena. Should be a very good, interesting tilt. Good exhibition game before all the action begins tomorrow. Puck gets dropped in by Bjorkford for the Rink. It's collected there by Ditto. Ditto sends it up the boards and does not get out of the zone. Finally there it does, and it gets shot out where McDonald gives chase to it. We're able to get it into the zone, but we have a delayed offside call. The Rink is grabbing some speed as it gets into the neutral zone. They're able to get it in deep as Bjorkford. It goes cross ice to the Pilot Mound defenseman. Heads up through the central ice area. D over to Brown. Brown gets a pass intercepted, but gets it back, goes cross ice. And McGee grabs it and enters into the Pilot Mound zone. Drop pass, quick shot, and it gets deflected wide to the post boards here. And it gets out into the neutral zone, and we'll get a change. It won't have enough speed for icing as the Rink turn quickly, try to advance the puck up, but it gets deflected there and intercepted. Going D over to Brown. Brown's looking for a pass, gets intercepted there. McKinnon and Doak. Over to McKinnon. McKinnon gets it on her. Shots there, rebound. And the rebound gets cleared to the blue line, but not out, as Brown has to retrieve it down below her goal line. She's able to grab the loose puck, and she gets tangled up there with a Buffalo player along the far boards. It then gets out, hits the official, and it gets thrown back in by Olafsdotter and goes for a change. 17:52 so far in the first. 0-0 is our score. Deflected to the blue line. Ditto is able to intercept the pass there. Christensen skates in, a bit of speed. She gets in, makes a couple of moves, and just unable to pull the trigger as she slides into the goaltender. And we get a whistle as the net falls off those infamous words, the moorings. Try to fit in the word moorings as much as possible. I don't think young kids know what moorings are, but those are the things that keep the net on the goal line. Breakaways, sometimes they call them, so they don't hurt the players anymore. They used to be long, huge, 4-inch rubber sticks, but those are kind of illegal because they did more damage than good. Face off to the left of the netminder. Intercepted there by the Rink. They try to get a pass to the front of the net. It gets squirted out to the half wall. To the point it comes to Christensen. Christensen makes a move. She moves into the front of the net, and that gets deflected and intercepted. And it comes Dawson. And Dawson's able to get it into the Rink and none further. Up to center ice it comes to McGee. McGee gets pushed offside, and we'll get a face-off along the blue line as she put herself offside on the play. In goal for the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy is Kendra Nordic, who hails from Grand Forks, North Dakota. She's been helping out Heaven Maneas since she's returned, or since she started with the program about a month ago, helping her with some of the duties on the ice, and as well as working together as a great tandem off ice as well, helping each other get better and figure out the angles and whatnot here in the early part of the season. Puck squirts out to Bjorkford. She gets it in to the Pilot Mound zone, where Episcopo is able to grab it. She has it intercepted and quickly gets to the centerman. Pace is given there to McKinnon. And McDonald able to intercept that pass with Haley Anderson. Puck is along the close boards here. Anderson gets it intercepted by McKee. McKee works 1-on-2, gets a shot save made there by Nordic. The rebound gets sent to the close boards, but it's intercepted there. And Episcopo has to be quick to the loose puck as she's getting chased by one Rink player. Pass out to the front gets intercepted, and it gets sent down the ice. Not enough juice on that for an icing call. Haley Anderson throws a bit of an elbow there and gets to separate player from puck. And here comes the Rink getting a bit of speed is their assistant captain, number 18, 16, Brenna Borowski. And she's putting the chase on the loose puck of Episcopo. Episcopo gets it over to her defense partner, Echo Kirk. Gets it to the blue line. Manis keeps it in for Rink. Quick turnaround shot. It goes wide on Kenya Nordic. Haley Anderson's able to grab the loose puck along the boards. She's fighting hard to get it out, unable to do so. And now she gets it from her defenseman and gets it into the blue line, and then it's quickly turned around by Manis. Manis able to get it to the far side and gets dumped in to the zone for Pilot Mound, and they have to quickly get their breakout working, as very well done so by the Pilot Mound program. Chasing it there is Olafsdotter. Splitting the D there is Pickering, the youngster, who loses it at center ice, and it gets dumped in where Brown has to chase it. It will get covered up there for a face-off. 14:59 left here in the first period. We're down here at Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy male and female varsity team. The varsity females taking on the Rink Hockey Academy this morning. Good action so far in the first 5 minutes. Not a lot of shots, but still a lot of end-to-end action here. Great skating, trying to get their feel for the game after both teams took part in a matinee yesterday afternoon at the Rink Training Center in Winnipeg. Olafsdotter has it down low with Adawachuk along the close boards here. It gets shot out to Wyant. Wyant's able to get it to the blue line, and just outside, a couple of bowling balls falling down there, but they get back up, and play continues as the puck comes behind the Rink's goaltender. Cross ice, intercepted there. Great read by number 10. The defenseman, Coots. Avery Pickering gets a long shot on that. Saved there by Kendra Nordic. There's Constant Kuba, who was able to get it out to the blue line and none farther. Gets sent back to the defenseman. Episcopo goes far side to Dawson. Dawson tries to come up through the center ice. Intercepted there. A little bit of rubbing along the far boards. We're okay. It's Episcopo skating up to Dawson. Dawson gets the puck, goes just under her stick, and we will get an icing call here as the play happened on the wrong side of the red. So the face-off will come down all the way into Pilot Mound territory on the left side of Kenya North. These teams have played each other quite a lot over the last month. The Rink still has the Pilot Mound number, having won the games they thus played, but the games have been getting closer each time these two teams meet. Much has to be said about the coaching for the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy. Coach Harry and Coach Platt have definitely worked on their defensive game as well as their scoring opportunities, trying to make it a more close, more team game that the Buffaloes have to play day in and day out. And it's shown with the record and the fight that they've had this past month. Pass out front and intercepted there by Pilot Mound. Here comes Borowski. Borowski takes it close, goes around Ditto. Ditto able to get it off the stick of Borowski. Gets it up the boards to Gracie Perry. Gracie Perry throws it blindly up front, and it's an intercepted save. The puck does go in the net, but it's blown down. It'll be a face-off in the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy zone, even though the puck did cross the goal line. Wyant takes the face-off here. She's able to win it to Hano. Goes around the net over to Constant Kuba. Constant Kuba loses that battle there. Gets sent back up along the boards to Anderson, and it's stopped in front of the net by Kendra Nordic. And we'll get another face-off here, this time on the other side. Getting a couple of parts of the boards that are separated. A couple of funny bounces in that far corner where the Zamboni gets out and gets in. So just got to be mindful with those odd bounces in the home rink. In the Pilot Mound zone, Brown goes cross ice, shot on net, gets stopped before it gets to Nordic, and it comes up to Softboards and out of the play into the neutral zone. Brown has to retrieve it, and she goes all the way behind her net, gets it up to Christensen, up to the post boards here, up to Wyant. Wyant loses it to Jonathan. Jonathan able to put the forecheck on very quickly as it gets sent back down into the rink zone. Pickering has to skate for it. Quick pass up, gets intercepted there, and a shot and a save there made as McKinnon gets the quick shot from the slot, and the save is made by the rink netminder. In goal for the rink, Kiara Renault. She's faced about 6 shots thus far. That was the hardest one she faced at the beginning of the first here. Dawachuk taking the face-off, wins it hard to the close boards, and it gets retrieved there by the rink, and they go up the sideboards. Pass up to the neutral zone, gets intercepted by a Dawachuk. Dawachuk enters the blue line. Play does stay inside the blue for a split second. Quickly checked there by the goal, and out to Episcopo. It comes for the Buffalo. Defensemen are playing pass to each other. Pickering gets it to McKee. McKee's going to get it to the blue line and sends it in deep, just wide of Kendra Nordic. Ditto throws it up to the sidewall, intercepted there by Bjorkford. Very dangerous play coming through the middle of the zone was Dawachuk, who got deflected off several skates but to the half wall here as Ditto bounces it behind the net to Episcopo. Episcopo then does the same pass right up through the center ice area, and it gets all the way down. Flett's going to grab it as she grabs some speed, gets it up to the far blue line, waiting for some reinforcements. Gets one from Wyant. Wyant goes back up to the half boards, intercepted there for a quick second. It goes below the goal line. Out front it comes. Flett with the shot, and it just goes wide over the glass. Wide off the glass. Pilot Mound's trying to gather some speed and just can't get out of the zone. Is McDonald. McDonald and Kirk have to move back towards their own net and get out of the zone. And there it finally does, and here we'll have another icing call as the puck is shot down on the other side of the blue. So goaltenders have been tested a couple of times on either end in the first 10 minutes of this hockey game. Great chance there by the defenseman, Platt, as she was right in the middle of the slot, just couldn't find the top corner on the glove side there. Won't register as a shot, but register as a great chance nonetheless. Puck comes to the sidewall, passes behind McKinnon. McKinnon gets it back from Seti. McKinnon goes wide to the left side, uses her speed, keeps going wide on the defenseman. And she gets challenged there and removed from the puck. Shot comes to the sidewall to the front of the net. Does not reach the net. Christensen able to get it out to the red line, and into the zone it goes. 2 rink players on the forecheck. Great outlet pass, well done over to McKinnon. McKinnon finds Seti, she uses her speed, and she's going one-on-one with the defenseman, and she has the puck removed from her stick. A great defensive play by the rink defenseman. Constant Kuba shoots it in deep to McKinnon. McKinnon did have some help, but it gets by both Buffalo players, and it gets sent across the ice to Hano. Hano off the boards to Wyant. Wyant's all by her lonesome as they get a change for the rink. Looking for an outlet pass. Cannot find one. It's intercepted there by McKinnon. McKinnon comes hard off the boards and it gets shot all the way down. And we're getting another icing call here. 9:31 gone left here in the first period. Still have a 0-0 score in the first period. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us on all our social media feeds and especially Amateur Sports TV. Your #1 source for amateur sports here in Manitoba. Face off to the right. Kendra Nordic. Won by the Rink. And it gets brought into the neutral zone. Neutralized. Brown has to chase. No icing will be the call. Pickering Bjorkford helping out her defensive counterpart. Donison, another great forecheck, just unable to get the puck loose. And it gets sent out. Bjorkford has a race there with a Dawachuk. She's going to win that face-off, win that race. Face-off, shot in front, and a great save by Kendra Nordic. As McKee was left wide open. And a great check there by a Dawachuk. A little bit of gas left in the tank. She gets taken off the puck there for a split second. I'm going to come for a change. Long pass to the blue line, to the Rink, as McKee gets it up. And she comes off for a change right now. 8:12 left in the first. Wonderful pass up to McDonald. McDonald got a bit of wide space, makes a pass over to Olafstad. Olafstad has her shot taken off the skate. And it goes to the close boards here. Into the corner it is. Rink's going to be able to escape from their zone without a shot on their own net. Borowski gets checked there by Constantine. Great job by the young defenseman. It gets sent around the boards behind the net of the goalie Renault. It's kept in by the Buffalo. And then it's quickly lost there by Wage. And she's able to get it out. Not out of the zone. It comes. Great long pass and just unable to connect on that third pass was the Rink. That would have been a nice tic-tac-toe opportunity. Puck gets brought into the blue line where Shire gets the loose puck, loses it. She gets quickly checked there by a Buffalo player and she's able to continue his McKinnon. McKinnon getting some help there from her winger. The puck is still down low. Behind the net it goes. And there is Dawson getting chased. The puck will scoot out to the blue line and out to the neutral zone. It comes back over into the Rink zone. It comes, it's stuck in a couple of sets of skates. McKinnon can't find it. And they're able to get it out to the neutral zone. Wolfson shoots it into the blue. Ross tries to give chase, but Pickering's able to get it out. And Go slaps it into the zone. 6:33 left in the first. Register that one as a long shot. Dawachuk, great set up over to Gracie Perry. Gracie Perry goes one-on-one, inside, outside, gets the shot off and a save made by Renault and steered aside. Great setup, great passing by a Dawachuk over to Gracie Perry. Able to use her speed, something that she has a tremendous amount of, especially when she has lots of ice to work with. Puck is here along the close boards. Dawachuk's able to get it scooted, sends it off the far boards to Seti. Seti gives chase to Pickering as they chase it back in down below. Dawachuk working there with Seti to try to keep the puck. Here comes Bjorkford and Episcopo on the close boards here. That play is won by the Buffalo. Comes across ice to Echo Kirk. Echo Kirk just loses it off her stick, and she has to dump it in down below. Seti has it there. Throws it in front, and just a shot, unable to get it on net is McDonald, and it goes wide. Little Mac and Big Mac getting a couple of shots here for the Buffalo here, and Seti working great down low as the puck was won below the goal line. A great pass out front to McDonald, just unable to get that shot on net. It's cleared, and we will have here another icing call as the face-off comes down into the Pilot Mound zone once again. As we mentioned, great work down low below the goal line by Seti, working on that front pass. A couple of passes coming out to the front of the slot, just unable to stick the puck and get a good quality scoring chance for the Buffalo. Something we didn't see a lot of at the beginning of the season, but the chemistry and how this team has been able to be put together over the recent months has improved in great dividends and exponentially. And you can definitely see it in the way they played in the first. A very tight game thus far. Pass comes out in front and the rebound gets cleared to the side. Goes across to Ditto. Ditto sends it below. Where Constant Kuba uses a bit of speed. She's able to get it out to the red line at neutral zone. Back to the red line. Ditto has to go back and use her speech. Unable to get a lot of wood on that one. And it gets sent to the front of the net. And it gets cleared away by the Buffalo defenseman. Brown misses it. Pletz there backing her up. It comes up to the Rink's player, and they're skating below the goal line, trying to hold possession, looking for some help, unable to find it. Haley Anderson gives chase to the loose puck in the close boards. Her and McKinnon, as well as, I believe it's Ross, gets it up to the far boards, the halfway line, and unable to get it out is Jonason. Jonason working down low. Finally gets sent to the blue line, but not out. Kept in by McKee. McKee with the shot, and that's hits a body in front. And now they're going to be able to get the puck out and put a little bit of masse on it as Jonason, as it doesn't go for icing. And she starts skating after the loose puck. A couple of extra seconds taken off the clock there. She goes for a change. Zawachuk unable to keep it in the zone. It's followed up there by Rolfson. It's kept in the zone. Manis goes D to D up to the sidewall. It's good outlet pass and great looking breakout. Wyant all by her lonesome, 1-on-3. Looking to make the pass to herself into some open ice, but intercepted by Adawachuk. Adawachuk still putting the skates on as Pickering's able to grab the loose puck. She goes across ice to Brown. Brown finds some open ice. She gets checked from behind by Adawachuk. And Doak loses the puck to Bjorkfjord. Bjorkfjord gets across ice, and they'll get intercepted there once again by McKinnon and dumped again. Dumped into the zone by the Rink as they go for a change. 2:40 here left in the first period. Great job of intercepting passes and working the neutral zone by both squads. There goes Ross as she uses the boards, gets a shot on, and a great save. Rebound is there, and it gets cleared away by the defenseman. Ditto working to skate forward and makes the puck stay in the zone. Great effort by the number 6. Goes cross ice below the goal line, D to D for the Rink, and the Rink can't get it out of the blue line as it's kept in there by the Buffalo. Bit of a scrum ensuing along the far boards, and it finally squirts out. Borowski gives chase with Ditto. Bit of body into the far boards, no call there. Comes back, looking to pass it in front, and there it is over to Wyant. Wyant shot gets deflected, and aside it goes by Ditto. Ditto and Borowski still working on round 2 here, as they had a couple of bounces earlier. Shot on net, and it's covered there by Kendra Nordic, and we'll get a whistle. Couple of body works along the boards. A little bit of rubbing, a little bit of racing. It's Sunday. It's a great day for a little bit of ice hockey action down here at Blackjack Stewart Arena. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us on all our social media channels. Amateur Sports TV, your #1 source for Manitoba amateur sports. Puck gets out of the zone into the neutral zone by the Buffalo. Wyant able to grab the loose puck, and she's working hard along the far boards. She gets the puck stolen from her by Seti. Seti goes inside out. Shot on net and gets steered aside by Renault. Renault has to wait for a deep. Constant Kuba makes the pass to Perry. Perry looks for the tip, and it's tipped wide by McKinnon. McKinnon working down low below the goal line is able to get the loose puck. She gets challenged there by Manis. Pinned along the boards are the 2 players. Christensen for the Rink, be able to get the loose puck to Constant Kuba, and it gets sent back in. Just under 1 minute to play here in the first. Chance for a couple more draws here by Platt as she skates in by herself, 1-on-5. Takes on all the things, then she shoots and scores as she comes across the top of the circles and puts it upstairs on a screenshot. As she was moving to the left, the puck goes to the right, and we get a first goal of the game by the Rink Hockey Academy. Number 44, Glory Platt, able to get that first marker unassisted as she took on the team 1-on-5, moving through the center ice of the attack zone and getting that shot just above the circles. one of those goals you score in the last minute of the game, last minute of the period, that can be one of those backbreakers, that motivation, that just the momentum changer, where the teams were very well balanced this first period. Not one team was really pulling away from another, but nonetheless, we have a 1-0 hockey game. There's Jonasson working hard down low once again, pushing the puck below the goal line, and she has it intercepted by her Legault. Legault goes to McKee. McKee gets a shot, and that's deflected off Episcopo and sent to the far boards. Episcopo is able to get to the puck down low below the goal line. She gets challenged there by Borgfjord. Comes up and a great save on McKee. Kenji Nordic holding the post. Puck comes across the goal line and it hits the post and it stays out. And it gets cleared out of the zone, hard off the glass, and we'll get an icing call with 1 second, less than 1 second left on the clock. There might be a bit of a time added on to this, as we see how much time gets added on. 1-0 game as a goal by Glory Plett, unassisted with 48 seconds left in the first. And add a couple of seconds to that score clock, so just over 2 seconds left. Puck is dropped. Face-off is won by the Buffalo. And there goes the horn for the end of the first period, as the score is 1-0 for the Rink Hockey Academy after one. Players will go back to their respective dressing rooms, regroup, get a quick discussion with their coaches, and move back at it at the second period here on Amateur Sports TV and your Pilot Mound Hockey Academy Network.
Hi, I'm Eddie Weiss from Metal Master. You had an accident? Sometimes they're embarrassing, but they're always inconvenient. We have an incredible staff to take care of you. We have platinum certified techs in 4 different categories. We are certified as a gold class accredited shop. If you've made a claim already, perfect. Call us with your claim number. If you need a claim opened, give us a call. We'll walk you through it. Sometimes you can get a little nervous dealing with NPI. We'll help you out. Metal Master Auto Body.
At Super 8 Winnipeg West, we have your comfort in mind, with free Wi-Fi and free daily Superstart breakfast. We also have guest laundry facilities, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a jetted hot tub. Sleep well in a spacious guest room equipped with plush new bedding, a 50-inch flat-screen HD TV, microwave, mini refrigerator, and Keurig coffee maker. Or book a suite with a kitchen, ideal for extended stays. Super 8 Winnipeg West, located just inside the perimeter on Portage Avenue.
Back at it, second period action. Blackjack Stewart Arena, where the score is 1-0 for the RHA program. Goal by Glory Plett in the last minute, as well as the second period now. Those infamous long changes could be proven a key factor here in the second. That middle frame always poses a little bit of difficulty for both teams, whether or not they maintain their focus on their game plan versus getting off kilter and unable to stay true to what their coaches needed to do as well. Maybe some changes going on between the first and the second for both squads. Nonetheless, we're back at it here at the second period. I want to thank you for joining us here on ASTV as well as the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy Network, your source for amateur sports here in Manitoba. Puck gets to the neutral zone where Gracie Perry tries to go inside out to Brown, and she gets help there from Avery Pickering, who sends it to the far wall. And the puck gets sent down, and we have an icing call here, the first one of the second. Joining me now, she'd rather be on the ice, I'm sure, because she's been off the ice for quite some time. Good morning, Harmony. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So I got to ask you the first question. Last time I saw you, you had your arm in a sling. Now it's not there. How are we doing in terms of the rehabilitation and getting you back on the ice?
It's getting better, slowly but surely. I was kind of hoping for a quicker recovery, but I mean, I guess I'll have to take what I get.
You got to listen to the body.
Yeah.
You got to let the body do its thing. I totally understand. I know you'd rather have skates on instead of standing here with me.
Yeah.
Right on. So, how was the infamous snowfall here a couple weeks back? You guys built some snowmen, some igloos?
Oh yeah, we made forts and everything, and then the cars were buried in snow, and Harry still made us go to practice, so.
So the rink was still open?
Yeah, I don't know how,
right?
but yeah.
It's only about a 400-foot walk from the dorms to the rink here at Blackjack Stewart Arena. One of those nice necessities. I guess you could have this place open to you all year round, basically, and I guess it could have been a good practice time for you that weekend.
Yeah. I mean, we had to walk in snow up to our knees, but I mean, practices were good, so.
Knee lifts.
Yeah.
Think of it as knee lift. It's off-ice conditioning, right?
Yeah.
So have you been able to skate at least during the time that you've been off the ice playing? Has it been able to keep the legs going?
Yeah, I've been able to skate. I just don't shoot or pass, so
Okay.
I just kind of skate around and push the pucks where they need to go. So.
Okay. What was the game plan with Coach Harry and Coach Brad at the beginning of this game, knowing that you had played this team yesterday afternoon? What were we talking about?
Well, today we needed to work on just having more energy. Yesterday we kind of started flat and they were all over us, but throughout the game our energy increased, so we needed to have a good start this game in order to kind of set the tone and make them play to our level.
Okay, so we had a good start so far in the first. What did you like from your team in the first period?
I like the offensive end of the game. Like yesterday we weren't in their end as much as they were in ours, and it was kind of hard to watch, but today we really been in their end and controlling the puck, so it was nice to see. Getting a lot more shots.
Yeah, more shots to the net. Made it a little bit harder for Kiara Renault. A couple of saves she had to make that were pretty dangerous. The loose rebounds were there.
Yeah.
What do we have to work on in the second period?
We need to work on our changes. The first goal was kind of resulted in our bad change, but I mean, once we kind of fix that and maybe work on a little bit more on our defensive play, it'll be better.
The second period is also that long change.
Yeah.
Is that something you girls work on a team during practices, knowing that it's a little bit different of an animal, those second period changes compared to the first and the third?
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes we'll kind of work on it, but like we try our best just in game to kind of be aware of where the bench is, and as you're skating by, if you can't make it all the way down, like take the time to get off the ice and get some fresh legs out there, because it is a longer change.
Fresh legs are key, especially when you play a team that can skate very well.
Yeah.
And this team skates very well. They have a lot of great offensive players, as well as they're able to move the puck up fast, and they put you in a position where you need to be responding quickly, as there's saved by Kendra Nordic yet again. She's played fantastic so far in this game, holding on to the rebounds and not letting a lot of those second chances available. How has she fit in with the team since she's recently joined the team? She was the last player added to the roster.
She's been pretty good. At first she was a little quiet, and then we kind of got her out of her room and bonding with the rest of the team. And we're a pretty open team, and even though we all had gelled before, it was really easy for us to open up and let Kendra in too. And now we're a more connected team than we were before.
But kind of nervous when you get to meet a team that's put together and you're the last one added. I mean, what type of exercises were you able to do off the ice to kind of make her open up a little bit and get out of her nutshell?
Well, just in the dressing room, we would say just like little things about ourselves, so she kind of got to know a little bit about each and every one of us, and then we got her to do the same thing. In practices, we would make sure that she was like, we would kind of like amp her up and stuff and make her feel good, like knowing that we're all here for each other, and that if she had any problems at all, like we'd stand up for her and stuff. So
that's awesome. Good. You call it a brotherhood, maybe a sisterhood.
Sisterhood, yeah.
Sisterhood, okay. Does Kendra have a nickname? Has she been given or crowned a nickname yet?
Not yet. We still kind of, for the most part, we still kind of call her Kendra. We've kind of been toying around with some names, but we're not as good as some of the other ones, so we'd like to give her a good nickname.
All right. It's always good to have a nickname with the fans and with the team, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So last cup, I mean, we had 2 weekends ago, we had our games canceled. And last weekend, we saw some videos of Coach Harry dressed up. What did you ladies do for Halloween?
We had a 3-on-3 tournament, so we were all responsible for making our own costumes for our like teams or whatever.
Okay.
And then we'd have a 3-on-3 tournament, and then the winner got a thing of candy, and then the best costume won another bucket of candy. So
Okay.
that was fun.
What were some of the costumes that were out there?
There was like hula girls and Care Bears.
Okay.
There's prisoners. And,
Prisoners.
Yeah, and then the Hanson brothers.
Who dressed up as the Hanson brothers?
Gracie, Ravis, Haley, and Cassia.
There's 4 Hansons. I thought there was only 3 Hansons.
Yeah, there was only 3 on the ice at one time, but there was a 4th one on the
Oh,
bench.
okay, good. So do they have the foil and the glasses and all that stuff? That's awesome. That's fantastic. I'll never forget the very first jersey I bought with my own money was a Charlestown Chiefs jersey, number 17. So yeah, I know the movie all too well. Did you guys ever watch Slapshot as a team?
No, not as a team. I know a few girls have watched it like prior to
themselves?
coming here. Yeah.
That's an interesting movie for girls to watch. I can see the boys maybe watching that one, but I don't know. There's not really a girls' hockey movie you can really watch as a team, right?
No.
No. Maybe the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Mighty Ducks is
maybe
a classic.
Miracle on Ice.
Yeah.
Could quote that movie inside and out. I've seen it too many times. George Floyd on a partial break. Kendrick's unable to get the glove up, and she's able to put it by. Makes it a 2-0 game for the Rink. Buffalo were hemmed in their own zone there for quite some time. Pretty much most of that second period, they were trying to get the puck out, unable to get it out. But that face-off was in the neutral zone, and it was a quick strike by the fast forward of the Rink Hockey Academy. Makes it a 2-0 game. 13:43 left in the second. Harmony, what's going up for the month of November? We got that makeup games in a couple weeks. Are we traveling anywhere in November?
Yeah, next weekend we're going to Shattuck, St. Mary's.
Right on.
And then the weekend after that we're going to Delta.
In BC.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last 2 weekends we have to help with the boys' games, and then I believe one of them might be a go-home weekend.
Yeah.
So.
The boys are here on the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. You guys are off to Shattuck next weekend.
Yep.
Do you like Shattuck?
Yeah, I do. It's a nice facility. The rinks are a little cold.
Yep.
But,
old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're nice, so.
Well, you can't complain about soft ice in Minnesota then, I guess.
Yeah.
The rinks are pretty chilly. That's funny, yeah. I had a good friend of mine's the athletic director there at Shattuck's, and a couple famous people have gone to Shattuck St. Mary's.
Oh, yeah.
You might have heard of one of them.
Yep.
His name was Sidney Crosby.
Sidney Crosby, yeah. That's at Shattuck St. Mary's. That's where Rod coached Sidney Crosby.
Yep.
So we get to hear a lot of those stories.
Oh, do you love those infamous stories? Back in the day, I did so and so with
Yeah,
so and so.
it'd always be like when I coached Sidney Crosby, or back when I was Sidney Crosby's coach. and then he'd give us like a nice little life lesson.
Oh wow! You should see if he had any stories that don't include Sidney Crosby. Could you pose that question to him?
Yeah, if it's not Sidney Crosby, it's usually Jonathan Taves. So.
Oh, yeah. Another one that was, yep.
Yeah.
Can't forget about Johnny, yeah. Just over 13 minutes left here in the second. Puck gets to the side wall and it's held in there by Legault. The team has definitely improved on the defensive and offensive side of things. Is that because of the chemistry and just the know-how of the team kind of working together, or is it just, you know, building those connections on and off the ice?
Yeah, well, we're usually pretty good at, if we're told something, we're usually pretty good at making adjustments to that thing we need to work on. So the changes and the defensive play were kind of mentioned in the dressing room. So it's good to see them take that criticism and apply it to their game.
Do you do a lot of film study with the team?
We do quite a bit. We do a lot of just like video review, and then we'll just kind of break down a period and like pick out our mistakes and where we can fix things, and then it usually helps us for our games, which is good.
Delayed penalty here for the Pilot Mound Buffaloes. Let's see what the call is. The slashing call on Ditto, I believe, number 6. Happened here on the close boards. The first power play of the game for the Rink Hockey Academy. The key to this, they'll have to be getting out of the zone for the Herd. They've been hemmed in there for almost all of the time of this second period. It's proven that these long changes aren't helping out the team in white, Harmony. You'd like to see quicker changes, just getting the puck out of the zone. Knowing that you don't have to worry about your icing calls here during a penalty, but Piscopo's able to get it to the blue line and not out. It's kept in there by Plett. One more try for the Herd and it gets sent out. And there is the Buffalo making quick change. Jonason's definitely worked on her forecheck in the last one.
Oh yeah.
She's been fantastic all game so far.
Yes,
First to the
definitely.
loose puck, keeping the puck 200 feet away from her own net, and really being like that stingy forechecker, that thorn in the side for the RHA program.
Yeah.
So we had some Hula Girls as well. Who was the Hula Girl team?
Jordan, Abby, Dawson, Ashley, and Devana.
So Little Mac and Big Mac were on the same team?
No.
No.
Big Mac was on my team.
Oh, deflected wide. Great chance there on the forecheck and the shot from the point by Ditto. I guess she's not in the penalty box. So we'll find out who is in the penalty box in a second. And there is the thorn on the side, and Jonason making a great job on the forecheck. The Rink able to get out of the zone on the breakout. Borowski with the shot and the save made, and it's covered there by Kendra. And a couple of pushes, a couple of shoves. And Fists are going to get in there and separate the skirmish. I come from a different generation, Harmony, where we used to scrub it up in the front of the net and we'd say some bad words. What do you guys discuss in those kind of situations? You discuss, laundry detergent, your favorite movies, what you listen to on the iPod, or
No.
what do you guys talk about?
We definitely exchange a lot of
Choice words?
Yeah, choice words.
Choice words,
for
okay.
Sure. a lot of it's just kind of staring down the other girl, and then eventually she'll just kind of leave. But there's some choice words just kind of being yelled back and forth, and then the ref has to come and be like, okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Right in front comes Dorkfjord, the recent goal scorer, over to Pickering. Pickering gets it down low to the corner, looking for that inside pass, and it comes in front, and a great shot and a great pass there made by Manis to Borkfjord for her second of the afternoon. That pass almost looked like it was going to be intercepted, and it went right under the sticker, between the stick and a set of skates.
Yeah.
Unlucky in that situation. And in that case, we have a 3-0 game here. Power play goal with 25 seconds left on that power play. 10:34 left in the second. Not the start, not the first half of the second period you wanted to see from your squad, eh?
No.
What would you be saying if you were on the bench right now, Harmony?
I don't
Couple
even
of choice
know.
words?
Yeah, maybe.
Christensen takes it wide. Kendra gets down on the butterfly to take out the lower part. Legault with the shot, and that missed the whole barn door. Just a bit outside. Tried for the corner and missed. Looking for the pass up to Dawson. She's got a breakaway. She's got a couple of legs facing her. Gets the shot off toe. Save made by Renault. And the rebound goes to the far boards. A great look up ahead. Finding Dawson on the partial break. And an equal test made by Kiara Renault as she makes the toe save, keeping Pilot Mound off the score sheet. Constance Kuba has to back down and go behind the net. She skates very dangerously in front of her net. Gets it up to Ross. Ross gets it up to the boards. She gets pinned there by Christensen. Puck comes up into the air, into the Pilot Mound zone. Defense are giving a lot of gap room there. Luckily, the puck goes to the corner. Up to the point it comes. Shot, and it's deflected wide. 2 Rink players left in the front of the net, wide open as it goes across. Constance Kuba. Coobs, as she still has the nickname, deflected out. Rebound there, and the shot, and the save made by Kendra Nordic. No scrum in front of that one.
No.
If you had to stare down one of your players, who would it be? Who would you not want to stare down? Who's got a wicked stare? Like, whistle goes, you're looking in their eyes, you're like, hey, I'm done.
I don't know, Echo Kirk, we call her Killer because she seems like the nicest person, but she definitely just is her size. So if I were to stare down, I wouldn't want to stare down her, that's for sure. I feel like she'd probably like annihilate me, but.
Shout out to Echo Kirk.
Yeah.
Killer.
Yeah, Killer.
There was a killer in Slapshot.
Was there?
Dave Killer Carlson. He wanted that bounty from Reg. It just never happened. We'll leave that one alone. Go. I think it was 16 that got the penalty, not 6. My apologies to everyone watching. Pass comes up to Legault. Breakout pass intercepted there by Killer. And Killer's able to get to the red line, but she gets checked there by the Rink. Scrum down low here. Legault, Kirk, Olafstadter. The transit bus, everything here against the far wall. Wolfson gets a great pass out to Shire, and Shire intercepts that one for Rink, and she gets intercepted there as the puck gets tripped on and gets sent down below. Interesting pass to the far wall. Lots of room for the Rink to escape, but they can't make that pass through the neutral zone. Instead, he's grabbing the loose puck. She gets to the red line, and that's as far. Wyant puts on the brakes, intercepts the play. Weird bounce off the skates. Wolfson has to look back quickly as she is getting checked there by Wage. Christensen goes down low. Wyant's in front waiting for the pass. Christensen looking for the open pass, and it's held there by Kendra Nordic, and a whistle. So November usually means the end of the term. When I mentioned that infamous E word, exams. Well, it's coming up pretty soon, and we still got a bit of time.
No, we still have a little bit of time. Our exams usually are until the end of January.
Oh, they go after the break?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
And then we'll start our new semester at the beginning of February.
Do you like how that's done? You like to get it out of the way before Christmas?
No, I like having it after Christmas because usually we get the month still to kind of prepare, so.
Okay. Puck comes to the neutral zone, and there is number 9. Is that Big Mac?
Yeah.
Big Mac. Shot on, deflected there by Gracie Perry, and it's put aside by Renault, and the puck comes to the neutral zone. Turned around for Pilot Mound, gets to the red blue line and none further. Sent back into the neutral zone. Pass is brought up and deflected into the zone. Ditto stepped up, looking for a little bit of body. McKinnon, whoa, deflected there right on net. Kendra had to be on Johnny on the spot there. That puck came right off her own shin pads.
Good thing she was alert.
Yeah. Perry's able to get it out of the zone. And there is Gracie Perry and Jonason working again on that forecheck. Wage gets it up to Borowski. Borowski just unable to get that pass. It gets sent in. No icing will be the call as Episcopo sends it all the way across, but it's intercepted by Rink. Quick touch pass to the front of the net. Shot goes over the top of the net and wide. Ditto sends it around to the close boards here. Haley Anderson's able to grab it. Throws it back to Episcopo down low. Episcopo gets it across to Ditto. Ditto's got to find the open, and she does. And it gets sent. Hopefully it's got enough mass here to go on net. And it just misses the net, and we get an icing call here. 6 minutes left in the second period. So we talked a bit about exams, talked about Halloween. What type of community service are the female Buffalo team doing here with Pilot Mound? Let's get some notice in the community.
We do a lot of like volunteer work at school in terms of like scorekeeping, like the games there, like volleyball or whatever. We do a lot of cleaning the rink so that the volunteers who like help build the rink don't have to do it. And then we just do like when they have like auctions here or something that they need help like serving or cleaning up after, like we'll come and do that, and we'll wear our polos or our jerseys or something, and we'll just kind of show that we're involved in the community and that we're not just here for hockey, that we're part of the community as well. So.
Now, do you guys do anything in terms of like power skating or camps or stuff like that with the Pilot Mound community, with the kids, with the little guys?
Yeah, with the little guys. I think they're called like the Little Buffs or something. Okay. But we'll help them with power skating, and sometimes they'll need help like with their games or something. So we'll come and help out, and they love it. They love when the guys and girls come, and it's like they idolize us, and it's really nice to come and give back to them. So. Absolutely,
it's nice to have that varsity program to look up to when you're a little buff.
Yeah.
7, 8-year-olds. Look at the jerseys, check out the emblems, be like, man, I'm gonna put one of those on when I get older, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know I looked up to a lot of my players of varsities when I was younger. Still keep in touch with some of them to this day, actually, which is a huge bond when you consider where a lot of the players come from all over North America. I mean, the bond that your team creates, and with players like in Washington, States, West Coast, up north, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Have you kept any of the players, touch with any of the players that left last year?
Yeah, I keep in touch with a lot of them actually.
Any cool stories from any of them since they've been gone?
Well, a lot of their season just kind of recently started.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Katie Pounder last night, and she just had her first 2 league games, and she said she was like really nervous and stuff, but they were winning, and unfortunately they lost 5-4 in the third, but by the sounds of it, she did really good, and it was nice to play with former Buffalo Michaela Pitta.
Yep.
So it was nice to hear.
Cool story, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, is Katie's at what school?
Lebanon Valley.
And is she there by herself, or is someone playing from... Is she the only Pilot Mound player on that team?
No, she plays with Michaela Pitta, who was here a few years ago.
Okay.
So.
They did graduate at different years, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why, okay. That's why that name sounded familiar, okay? You should know that name. Coming out of the corner is the Rink, and great stop there before it hits the net. Off the boards, great look. Olafstad has got to put the wheels on, but not enough speed as it gets sent down for another icing call. So we've seen a bit more play move into the neutral zone. We just haven't made the attack zone much in this second period.
Yeah.
Definitely will be a discussion piece in the third. We'll have to see what happens with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the third. A 3-0 hockey game. Still within striking distance are the Buffalo. Hopefully they can notch one in here before period's out. Maybe 2 as they get the puck out of the neutral zone into the neutral zone. And it's checked there as Doak able to get in there. Drops it. Loses it. And it gets quickly turned around by RHA, and Legault using her speed to go wide. 2-on-0 and a great pass across. And an easy touch-in play for the other forward there on the goal. Number 5, I believe, was Borgfjord. She's got a hat trick now, I believe, if that was her.
No, that was a different girl.
Another one?
Yeah.
McKee is the goal scorer. Kind of hard on a 2-on-0.
Yeah.
Kind of leave your goaltender out on a limb on that one.
Yeah. Those are always tough goals to stop for the goalie. And as a defenseman, like, we try our best to make it as easy for her as we can, but sometimes the puck just sneaks by us. So
you being a defenseman, I gotta ask you this. I'm a defenseman as well. Was a defenseman. 2-on-1s. Would you rather leave that shot fully for the goalie to take off the pass, or do you have to try to make it a guessing game for that puck holder to maybe say, yeah, you've got the pass open, but I'm going to intercept it anyway? Or?
Yeah, well, I don't know, so 2-on-1s are always like played differently and taught differently by different coaches, but like what I do is like I try to stay in the middle and have my stick in the passing lane, but I also try to force the shooter to the outside so she has a bad angle shot, making it easier for a goalie to stop it. So sometimes though, if they're coming down and they have the advantage, like if they're ahead of you or something, like you have to kind of get out of the goalie's way and let her take the shooter and then stay with the
There is that speed being shown off by the Rink Hockey Academy as Borgfjord is able to get by Constant Kuba. Makes it a 5-0 game. That's 3 quick goals in the last 4 minutes for the Rink. What did you notice about this second period compared to yesterday's game? Did you watch yesterday's game?
Yes, I did.
What was the difference maker? Like, why are we seeing one team skating a little bit faster? Is it just...
I don't know. Today we definitely have more energy and more jumps, so it's kind of a little confusing on why we're not right in there with them. Yesterday we weren't playing our absolute best, and we were able to keep them down to a 2-1 game and play with them for the majority of the game, so I don't know.
It's always interesting when you have a home and home because you always want to correct mistakes from the first game, but at the same time you know the other team is doing exactly the same.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they may have went to the drawing board and had a discussion or two about what they had to do to fix this morning's game. Borowski's carrying it into the zone. He's not seeing a lot of that first period effort that there was in this morning's first period. Just a lot of skating for skating's sake. Does that make sense? Just no effort. There's not extra effort. The want isn't. The want is there. It's just not being shown.
Yeah, we're definitely playing in our end a bit more, which is never really good. But hopefully next period we'll be able to play more in their end.
Yeah, it was definitely difficult this period. I mean, for the last, I'd say, of the 18 minutes of this second period, I want to say at least 15 of those have been down in your end.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of hemming. If you're a seamstress, you love the hemming down low, but when you're playing hockey, it's you want to play in their end as much as possible in the second period too. And those long changes, I mean, that is a double-edged sword, especially in the second period. Down low is the puck for the Buffalo, breaking out in front. To the side wall it is. McKinnon gets the puck, dumps it back into the middle of the ice, and it's intercepted there by Brown as Brown gets it in 3-on-2. She gets it to the middle of the ice to the far side now. Dumps it to below the net, gets it back on the far side, goes down low for a quick touch pass. Shot on net, save made by Kendra, and it's taken aside by Ross, and she's able to get to the blue line, and that's as far as she gets intercepted by Legault. Legault and Kirk, back and forth they go. Little extra body, and the winner is number 4. She's able to skate the puck up and get it into the zone, and she's going to go after her dumping. Put some pressure on Pickering. Pickering goes to the far boards, able to get it tipped out of the zone into neutral zone. Is the Rink and gets dumped all the way back into the blue line. Cross ice, Dawachuk makes the intercept. Sydney Dawachuk using her speed, trying to get wide, puts the brakes on, loses the loose puck down to Seti. Seti gets it to Dawachuk, back to the net it goes. And it goes to Pickering. Pickering comes to the far close board, Olestadter has the puck down low, circles in front, and it comes all the way to the blue line. It's intercepted there by the Rink, and it goes inside, outside to McKee. McKee's got the loose puck. Along the side wall, it comes up to the blue line, none further. Plett, the first goal scored, able to get a shot off on the save made by Kendra Nordic. And that'll about do it for the second period. Harmony Chakous joining me in the second period. Thanks so much for saying hi.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having
the
me.
conversation. I'll let you listen to some choice words from some of your coaches, and hopefully the third period turns out a better fair. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll be right back here in the middle of the second and third to talk with our good pal Gordy and what's going on with Pilot Mound Hockey Academy and how you can be a part of the great program here in Pilot Mound, Manitoba. We're right back here on Amateur Sports TV and Pilot Mound Hockey Network. After 40 minutes here down at Blackjack Stewart Arena. Bit of a troubling second period, Gordy. Real quick, what did you have to say to your goaltenders to make sure they're focused for the third?
Don't worry about the goals against at this point. You know, there are a lot of clear shots, not really her fault. Some tough plays to make. Just focus on having a good third period. Make it positive. See if we can come out of here with no goals against and maybe win the period 1-0.
Win that third period is a good focus point. You as a goaltender, how hard is it to get rid of that thought of letting a bad one in or letting one you should have had in?
Right? That may be the hardest part about playing goal because you don't want to be scored on. Yep. It's against your human nature, and so it wears on you sometimes. And that, of course, that's the thing you can't let it do is let it wear. That's why kids quit or freak out or whatever. And that's why guys stay in the game because they're able to do that.
I think it's the second unsaid rule in hockey. Number one is you don't step on the crest in the locker room. Number two is you don't talk to the goalie.
Well, the goalies, don't need to be talked to. We're having enough time figuring it out by ourselves. They don't need any help.
Speaking of figuring out, so far it's been your inaugural year working with the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy, not on the ice but off the ice, as part of your role is working with the relationships with the community and helping bolster the advertising and getting the community involved with this industry is what we've called as the Hockey Academy being an industry, not just a sports academy. How have you been able to approach that and work with some of the community involvement here in and surrounding Pilot Mound?
Well, it's been a two-phase thing. We've looked for sponsorships. Somehow we got to pay for our TV time that we get here, and we've done mostly that. And so I congratulate our group on being able to find enough money in the community to help us out there, enough services and supplies to do that. So we've done a pretty good job there. The other side is just getting the brand and the message out that we're here and that we're a good thing in the community. That's been an ongoing thing. That will be ongoing 12 months a year for the next 18 months at least while I'm here for sure. And we're really working hard on making sure people know who we are, that we're good for the community, that we're good for the sport, that we're good for the kids coming here, good for the province of Manitoba. yeah, it's a feeling good thing, and I think we've done a fair job so far. We've got lots of work to do in the meantime.
Talking to Harmony during the period, and talked about her community involvement and how the players get involved. It's so important to have those older role models for the little buffs, as she called it, helping with the skating programs, shoveling out cars a couple weekends ago, and making sure that everyone in the community knows that as players they're aware, but as businesses and other community involvement is so important, because a program like this is much more than just hockey.
Well, it's really, hockey's 2 hours a day, literally, and you got 22 more hours to go. And I'd say you got 8 hours of sleep. Well, you got a bunch of time left in there, 16 hours or 14 hours to do some other things. And sometimes, the kids get a little bit of a bad rap in town where they're so energetic and they're so busy. They go into shops, they go into stores, and they're a little bit loud. And so so some folks in town kind of lay that on them a little bit, and we understand that and whatnot. But they do so much good in here, like you say, shoveling snow, people stuck. They go into the old folks' homes here in town. They're with the little buffed hockey team. They helped out at the preseason skate program every Thursday night for 8 weeks. I mean, they're just out and they care. I mean, they're with all their energy and their smiles and their non-adulthood. They're more fun and so it's good to have them around and we found that people in town after a while sort of get used to them and they're kind of interlopers otherwise. They get used to them and then they build off their energy.
That brings me to the next point. The energy that the teams provide, not only just to the high school, the community, but the businesses here, it's got to be addictive. And if it could be sort of a rubbing off on the area, it would be fantastic, because you need that positive energy. And if they can provide that off the ice as well, they're doing a great job here at the Hockey Academy as well as at school.
Well, that's our next big goal. I mean, we've done some things that we've done every year. They've done every year here. We're adding some things to that, and over the season. So we're going to have the community hockey teams come in, boys and girls teams, and the high school team here in Pilot Mound, or the community high school team. And so we're trying to build off of all those relationships and make it a busier place to come to, a more fun place, a more understood place to come to on a Sunday morning and watch a game. We've got this big boys event coming up at the 22nd, 23rd, 24th of November, and we're hoping to fill the building. We're going to be handing out free tickets, literally every kid in the area, 2 tickets. So mom and dad will bring them along, and it's going to be no charge to come in, do your thing, and get her done. So we'll work on that and make that happen.
20 minutes left here in the female varsity versus the Rink Hockey Academy. We touch base on the boys, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th down here in Pilot Mound. Should be a great tournament, a good tilt. Lots of great action for the boys squad that weekend. They're probably looking forward to playing some home games after the last couple weekends they've had, getting some home rest. We'll talk to Coach McConnell in the third period about that one. Gordy Tummelson, tell us, how do we get in touch with you? How do the communities want to get involved, and how do they find you?
Well, they certainly can find us on our website, www.pilotmounthockeyacademy.com, just like it sounds. And you can come down to the Blackjack Stewart Arena. Rod Collins is here all the time, and of course the families and most of the businesses in town can kind of point you in the right direction if you're not quite sure. And our names and contact information is all there. And come on down. It's fun. I mean, hockey's Canada's game, and the Pilot Mound is Canada's representative to 40 kids playing hockey and midget hockey now.
Gordy, I love chatting with you. Thanks so much for doing this. We'll be right back with the third period and Coach McConnell from the male boys team, right after this.
If you take the first mortgage you're offered, a high interest rate.
Puck is dropped as we get underway here. 5-0 is our score. Couple of choice words, as Harmony Chakous would put it, lightly, as play starts down low into the Rink Hockey Academy zone. Gracie Perry tries to get it on net, and it stops before it gets to the netminder. Brown's able to get it up to the blue line into the neutral zone, and that's as far as it goes. Kuba gets checked there, and it's shot on net, and it's save made, and the rebound goes to the side. Said he gets it to the sidewall. Christensen's able to keep it in. And a bit of a slew foot there. No call for the official. Instead, he's slow to get up. Never liked those calls. Can't stand why people would try to do that to another player. Some choice actions might have to happen after one of those moves. Nonetheless, said he gets it to the blue line and not out. It gets dumped back in. First minute's gone here in the third period. It's kept in the zone. Shot out up to Gracie Perry, and she gets her wheels going. Gets inside outside on McKee, but she has challenged there by Pickering. And there we have a delayed call finally. An interference call on Brown, and she decided to take more than just the body on Gracie Perry. She's able to slide in. We're going to get Coach Rick McConnell to come join us here for a little bit of the third. We'll talk about the fact that he loves sleeping in his own bedroom. I kind of enjoyed the tweet from your bus driver, Rick, about the mileage, the hours, the kilometers, the days away, the amount of time spent at home. It reminded me of the opening of the Blues Brothers. 4,000 kilometers, 14 nights, 11 days, or something like that. 9 games or 11 games, full tank of gas, and 1 bus breakdown. How you doing, Rick?
Good. I'm glad to be home. It's nice to have a little break here and have a weekend off.
Did the kids miss you at school?
Oh, no, I don't think so. We were darn tired, and I was excited to get home. It was a long 2 weeks, fun 2 weeks, but the boys were very tired after all that travel, and
that is,
some tough hockey.
The Minnesota trip's not too far away, but getting a Penticton right off the hop because you had to spend an extra 2 days in the States.
Right.
How do you, as a coach, do you prepare differently between the two leagues, or you just
No.
saying to teach hockey games, you just go?
A hockey game's a hockey game. I prepare the same every day. I expect 100%, no matter who we're playing, where we're playing, tired or not tired. We pushed their buttons hard for 2 weeks because especially the second week in Penticton, the boys were tired. It took its toll on it, and I played. I understand that, but it's mental, right? You still have to play the game and play the game hard. So we pushed them, but I give the kids a lot of credit. We competed hard for. We had a couple injuries as well, so we were a little bit short-staffed at times, but good 2 weeks overall. It was a lot of fun, and you know what? It's a good learning experience for the boys.
If you can't team build with 4,000 kilometers on a bus, we got problems.
Exactly.
There
and
you
you know
go.
what? It was spending all that time. It is fun. The guys were I have a good bunch of kids. We had some fun too, you know. And you got lots of homework to do, and you got get some rest when you can as well. So. And they also had some fun, but the extra time from the breakdowns, and it's nobody's fault. It just happens, right? It's part of the game, but
mechanical. It happens.
It can take its toll, believe me. After a while, when you're sitting on the interstate, wondering, where are we going? How are we getting there?
How many? Did you count how many extra meals you had to have away from home and not in the dorms? I mean, the dorm personnel must have loved the fact. Maybe didn't like the fact they didn't have to cook so many meals for the kids, but nonetheless, a lot of non-home cooking.
Yes. Well, for me too. It was nice to get home and get out of eating in restaurants, and you know, I was really looking forward to the trip, both trips, because you get away and like I said, it's a good team bonding. But after a while, and normally we don't have 2 trips back to back like that, and we have a little bit more time in to recuperate and get back home. We hadn't practiced in 2 weeks, which for me as a coach affected us the way we were playing a little bit. But you know, all in all, it was, now that it's all done, it was a great 2 weeks. We had a pretty good record. Kids learned a lot about what it's like to travel as much as we did, and I always tell the kids, you want to play in the Western Hockey League.
There you go.
Do this for 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time, and get on that bus, and that's the way it is. So it's a lot of learning things too that play along with it.
No, it's when you had those 2 weekends back to back, it's like playing in, like you said, when they go in the dub, you're playing 1 week in Vancouver, 1 week in Alberta, and then you come home and you try to rest up because you probably have a home series that weekend up. So good for the boys. A couple of weekends off now, able to recharge the battery. Some Halloween action, some snow. You missed the snow. You kind of got the snow. You missed most of it. Just saw it.
We saw it. It was nice and warm in BC though. So
there you go. Right.
No, it's good to have you know, for me, it's good to get home and have some practices and get some structure, get some work on some of our game that needed to be worked on, and above all, get some rest and get healthy. We got a little banged up in that heavy schedule too there, and we needed a little bit of time, and it's been good because some of the guys are healed up now, and I should be at full strength again once we get back.
Big weekend coming up, November 22nd through the 24th. What are we working on over practice in these next couple of weeks? Is it just more maintenance stuff, or is it, is it more of a power play initiative that we're looking at? What kind of things are we looking at in the next couple of weeks, Coach?
Mostly our D zone. We continue. It's a work in progress every game for me on our D zone coverage, but it's coming. And our special teams, we always work on our specialty teams, but it's coming too. I was actually quite happy with our PK in the last, and our power play. It was working fairly well. But it's again our D zone, and I just like our passing, just details in the game. I like things to be right, and our passing wasn't good enough, but we continue to work on that too. That's all part of the program. So,
Coach, if there's one thing I've learned in my discussions with you over the last couple of years, that should be a penalty, and it is. A little too rough along the boards. Pile of Mound will go down 2 players here for the next 32 seconds or less, as McDonald takes 2 for boarding there. A little rough along the boards. Kind of like one of your boys taking out one of the bodies there.
Yeah, that's good. It's nice to see a little aggression out here.
A little aggression. It's
5-0. They better be.
They got something to play for, and they got to win this third period. That's for sure. Going back to my original comment, Coach, if there's one thing I've learned in discussing and having conversations with you, there's never any rest. You can always be working on something when it comes to this sport.
Yes.
Whether it be aim, whether it be passing, whether it be a PK, whether it be skating, the dog skating can always be done no matter what. But I mean, the focus has to, like you talk about penalty killing and power play, those chances are so rare now. You have to take advantage of them when they come.
Absolutely. You get to the playoffs, it's going to make or break you, your specialty team. So you've got to take pride in what you're doing. And my expectations, I have high expectations of these kids every year when they come here. We'll do everything we can for them, but you got to work hard. Nothing's given to you. You got to work hard for everything you get. And I got to be honest, my group is a hard-working bunch this year. Our practices are intense. My expectations are high, but they're working hard, and I think it's showing on the ice. You know, we're improving each time out, but I really like our work ethic.
How's the 10, 11, 12 line doing?
I split them up actually a little bit because Keelan got hurt, my
Okay.
centerman, and I had to. They kind of went a little flat, to be honest. So I split them up for a little bit, and but you know what? I always go back to them. I'm not a guy that sticks with my lines just because. If things aren't working, I'll switch because you can always go back, and that's kind of the way I am. So right now they're split up mainly because of injury.
Injuries, okay. It wasn't because they said something bad or nothing like
No,
that.
no.
No, there was a lot of. Oh, that's another big body check there along the boards, and that one didn't get a call. Nonetheless, they always had a lot of energy when I was watching the beginning of the season, Coach. And I mean, you always got to, like you said, you never can keep Scheifele, Wheeler, and Lyon together. You got to keep mixing those guys around. So, doing a good job. Delayed penalty here again. Again, this one is against the Rink Hockey Academy. As said, he was in front, reaching for that loose puck. Here, I know, was able to put the stop and get the whistle. But we're going to get a penalty here for the Rink. It'll be a first power play for the Buffalo. It'll be a roughing call in front of the net. Tripping call is actually going to be made. 4 seconds left in the minor for the Buffalo, and then we'll have 5-on-4 hockey for the team in white. We had Halloween last weekend, Coach. What were the players dressing up as? You seen any cool photos?
No, I didn't. The boys aren't quite like the girls. The girls had a lot of fun with Halloween. The boys weren't. They weren't too excited about that. They all actually came over and skated. So
the boys skated on Halloween.
Yeah, they came in and skated.
Work ethic.
That's
There you go.
okay.
Work ethic.
I didn't have to worry about them anywhere else. They were all in the rink. So
no hula skirts, no foil, no nothing.
No.
We're good to go, right?
Yeah.
Right on. Well, what have you seen in this game so far, Rick, that could be a positive for the Buffalo?
A positive? Well, I've seen improvement each time out with this team. We lack some scoring, obviously, 5-0 again. But I'm going to give credit to the Rink. They moved the puck very well. A nice hockey team, and considering they're missing 2 of their 3 of their top players, they move the puck very well. Our girls still got to continue to work on being aggressive, hungry, a little hungry. I'd like to see them be a little hungrier, a little harder on pucks, a little stronger. But it is coming. You know, it's the coaches, for us as the boys too. Every night out, you're working to get better, and you start with a group and you build. And I talked to Brad and Harry lots. You know, it's ultimately about winning that last game, right? So if they keep working with the girls and keep at it, good things will happen.
It's a progression from game practice, you know, out every time out.
Yes.
You need to build on what you've had before.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, when watching, obviously we haven't been around for a couple of weeks, and watching them play again, you definitely see the improvements in team chemistry.
Yes.
Knowing where they're on the ice, how they're able to support each other. I've been very impressed with the lack of second chances that the Rink has had. That's not saying that they haven't had goal-scoring chances. They've had 5 on the board. But the second chance opportunities have been cleared away from the front of Kendra Nordic, and they've been moved to the sides, which is very important when it comes to rebounds and those added chances you just don't need to have.
Yeah, for sure. The Rink, their 5 goals they've scored on their first shot. They capitalize on their chances. The skilled team, though, you can't. They got the D zone a little bit too much space in the D zone. If they work on that, they'll get a little better.
So this week coming up, Morden Winkler hosting the Nationals, the under-18 Nationals here. Kind of a big deal for the community. Are you going to have a chance to sneak out and maybe catch some of those games? Or?
Well, I'm going to be able to watch the game here today, but you know, I don't have a lot of time. I'd like to go watch it, but with coaching my team and getting to school now that I'm home for a day or two, I probably won't have a lot of time.
There you go.
I try to get as many boys games as I do, scouting for Nipawa, but so my free time, I don't get a lot of chance to watch girls hockey. Other than I want to come support our team when we're here when I get a chance.
That game tonight is at 7:30 at Pilot Mound? 7 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock start.
I think so, yeah.
5 o'clock here at the Black Stack Student Arena. It'll be Team Manitoba versus Team Alberta.
Yep.
A couple of players, like you said, from the Rink Hockey Academy, one being Mackay Mazur, who will be playing for Team Toba. A lot of speed on the squad. I think that's been their essential to having defeated a lot of these teams that they've played this year in the CSSHL. With that speed comes the offense, and they're just constantly on you. They don't give you a chance to breathe. They're relentless.
My kind of hockey. I like that.
You know what? I agree.
Pressure, good wheels.
I always use the reference of a shark smelling blood in the water.
Yep.
Once you get that first drop, you don't stop.
Exactly.
Right in front, and a great save there off Borgfjord. Left right out in front. And Kenji Nordic again holding on to that rebound, because there wasn't just one Rink player, there was three waiting to pounce on it.
The girls are getting mesmerized by the puck. They're following the puck. It's something we spend time with my boys. Spend too much time watching the puck. You got to know what's happening away from the puck. You got an assignment. You got to do it. You don't want to worry about someone else's job. And I'm watching here. We're all puck watching. We don't know
spectating.
Yep.
A lot of spectating, not a lot of playing. I got to ask you this. I watch a lot of games all over Dub, NHL, juniors, amateurs. Puck side defense, like defensive side positioning. Is it something that's not being taught as much in the game, or is it something that just is expected that players should know?
No, it's being taught. It's kids want to score goals.
Okay.
It's about it. When I'm out watching, when I'm scouting, so many kids need to be taught to play the game in their own zone. They want to score goals, and that's when you're little, right? You want to score. You don't worry about your play without the puck in the D zone, and you get to our stage, especially with the boys at the midget level, you're teaching, even at the Bantam AAA, you're teaching defense first, because I coached minor hockey too, and I'll be honest, we didn't spend a ton of time working on the defensive zone, because depending on the level of hockey you're coaching, right? I had some pretty good teams, so we did the basic stuff, but once you get to the AAA and this kind of hockey, you need to know it. So for me, it's just a lack of, I guess, coaching in minor sports, but you know what? We're trying to develop the skill, get the skills out there, and defense is kind of it's systematic, I guess, and
defense takes like a backseat to the offense.
Yes, absolutely. But to win, you got to be able to play defense first, and I firmly believe that. I love scoring too, but you got to get the puck to score goals, right?
Too bad they couldn't call the national championship like the defensive championship.
Yeah.
Because I think it would get a lot more opportunity to be shown off in that case. I mean, case in point, I mean, you look at some of the Hall of Fame team, that group that's going in this year, and the two highlights are Matt Sundin and Nicholas Lidstrom. And Nicholas Lidstrom, probably in the last 30 years, I think had the best plus-minus of any player in the NHL.
For sure.
And a guy that plays the game hard on the defensive side more than anybody I've ever met in my life. You could probably teach clinics on defensive side positioning.
Exactly.
And Matt Sundin was no slouch about it either. Sure, he scored lots of goals, but I mean, he was known as a pretty good defensive centerman back in the day too. So,
well, some of the best players in the game at one point, Joe Sakic and Steve Yzerman, Jonathan Taves. They're all great offensive players, but you know what? They were just as good defensively.
Absolutely, yeah. Ross trying to carry the puck in. She gets stopped by McKee and goes cross ice to Legault. Legault's going to go in with Hano. Legault toe drag, gets around one, but can't get around the second. In Rolfson. Rolfson gets it up to the blue line, none further, kept in there. Shot back, does not get to the net. Rebound put to the far side. And there is Ditto working hard below the goal line, getting it to Seti. Seti's on the close boards here at the sidewall. Brown keeps it in. It's kept to the blue line and none further. And it's shot in and gone for a change. So far, a lot of play, mostly in the neutral zone. Not a lot of play on either end, but it's the third period, and we're seeing some defensive concepts set up by the Rink here as well, knowing they've got a 5-goal lead.
They're sitting back a little more than they did earlier in the game.
Yeah, not pushing the play as much. They got that lead. They know they've got the lead. And
whereas I'd like to see our girls push the pace. We need to get the puck in deep and attack. We're down. Get some shots on goal.
Save made by Kendra, and she's able to keep that rebound away from harm as this rebound is sent wide. If you see a team let up, you got to put the pedal to the metal a little more and use that to your advantage. I mean, they're giving you the space. Get out there and use it.
We're having trouble getting out of our zone. Our wingers are cheating. They're cheating. They're getting up high. They're wanting the puck, but again, you got to get down low to make that. Give that D-man an outlet pass to get out of your zone. There you go.
Oh, what a great save by Renault. She puts the door shut on a Dawachuk. Just had a gaping net, and the pad comes clink out.
Great save. Great save.
It's a great setup. Puck squirted across the goal, and there was a Dawachuk just hammering it, just unable to get it high enough. Haley Anderson below the goal line goes back. Comes in front to Episcopo. Episcopo having her point covered by McKinnon here. Shot by Constance Kuba gets sent down below the line. Olafsdotter and Haley Anderson working on it down low here onto the close boards. Gets to the halfway line. And it's pinned there by two of the players. Avery Pickering, able to get it out to the neutral zone. For how young of a player she is, we've seen her a couple times thus far, Coach. What impresses you the most? The fact she's only 13 years old.
Yeah, quite impressed. I didn't realize she's only 13. She's got a lot of upside. Yeah, I really like how she protects the puck for a 13-year-old. Her feet, she's got good feet, and also smart. Watched her feet. She makes a good pass. She's a smart player. Oh, geez, that's pretty good. I didn't realize she's only 13 years old.
Born in 06. Offside, just a little too anxious. Where the Rink, as they have that play stopped.
She keeps working at the game. She's got a future on it. Holy.
She can, absolutely. She's her stat line is she's 5'9", so she's tall. Has great skating. Yeah, very fluid on the ice. She hails from St. Adolphe, Manitoba, so another one of those southern girls. It's Southern Manitoba girls. It's not Southern girls.
Yep.
Southern Manitoba girls. And yes, she definitely has a hockey sense about it. It's pretty impressive and pretty special.
Exactly, you said it. Hockey sense, something that's tough to teach. She naturally has that, and you watch it in her game.
It's just that infamous word, instinct, right?
Exactly.
You either have it or you don't.
Yep, that's for sure.
Comes off the sidewalk. Borowski loses the puck, and Doak gets in her way and gets it to the far wall. Kept in by Glory. Glory with the shot, and it gets blocked there. Rebounds in front, still in front of the net. Seti there able to get it out of the harm's way. Instead, she throws it behind her net to Ditto. Ditto comes up to the close boards here. And it gets to the blue line, but not out. Now it finally gets out, and Brown throws it back in deep as Rink goes for a change. So, Rick, we got a couple of practices this week. What's on the agenda? More, you said, special teams?
Yeah, our D zone mostly is what we're going to work on, and just simply transition, a lot of puck movement, a lot of speed. Like I say, I like high tempo, fast practices, and I was a little disappointed in our passing, so I continued to work on that. Just our head man in the puck, putting it on the tape, and speed, high tempo, speed.
Well, your team definitely has a lot of that, and you had a pretty good record in the last 2 weekends away from home. What has been the go-to meal for you personally since you've been able to stay at home the last 5 days?
Go-to meal?
What's your go-to? What do you like to get home after a day of work? What's the thing you like to just sit down and just eat? Are you a stew guy? Are you a soup guy?
I like meat and potatoes.
There you go.
Meat and potatoes, and I've had a few since I've been home. It was great to get home and not have pizza and pasta and whatever else. It was good to.
Haven't seen a sushi shop down here in Pilot Mound.
No, I don't eat sushi. So
I didn't think so. Unless it's like cooked beef and rice, right?
Yeah. No, I'm a big meat and potatoes.
Roll some steak and potato, right?
Yeah,
there you go.
You betcha.
Well, Coach Rich, I want to thank you very much for hanging out with me. And then again, November 22nd through the 24th should be a really good weekend for the boys and a good tournament showcase weekend. We look forward to being down here with you guys and catching all the games and doing the play-by-play here on Amateur Sports TV and the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy Network. your source for amateur sports and the spotlights we put on those players. 3 minutes left here in the third. It's been a 0-0 third period so far, but the score on the board is 5-0 in favor of the Rink Hockey Academy. As mentioned, later this evening, 5 o'clock, of an exhibition tilt before the under-18s get underway. We will have Team Alberta and Team Manitoba here at the Blackjack Studio Arena. It should be a fun, fast game and a bit of interesting tilt when you consider a feeling out process for both teams. Maybe getting the sea legs or the travel legs out of the way, as they'll be spending the whole week down here in the Morden Winkler area. Puck is to the close boards. Legault and McKinnon fighting for it. There's Wage able to get it to the far wall and does so with a fake shot. Comes back onto Wage's stick to the point to Pickering. Pickering with the shot. Low shot goes wide. Looking for the tip perhaps on the far post. It stays down low on the close boards here up to the half wall. It comes. Borilski with the shot. Squeezes through, but it goes wide on Kendra Nordic. It was down the hole between the body and the arm, but it's still scooted wide. Off the sidewall. Shot save made by Nordic as well. And the rebound is kicked out and it's sent to the blue line. Still kept in. Pickering gets a shot off and she scores. Just losing sight of it off the glove. A far wrist shot. Maybe a bit of lack of focus there by the netminder perhaps. It makes it a 6-0 game. Rick, any last thoughts before I let you go?
No, just thanks for having me. It's nice to be back, and a little disappointed in the score here, but the girls have kind of, hate to say it, looks like they've kind of packed her in a little bit. That puck should have been cleared out off the wall there, but no, just got to keep working at the game here and see what happens on the road.
Just under 2 to go here in the third period. Lori Plett sends it in. Napiska was able to grab the rebound. Manis intercepted the play there to Christensen. Christensen has the play intercepted as well. Gracie Perry has to send it cross ice to the Demon.
Move it.
Shot goes right into the shin pad. Dawson unable to get it through the blue line. And there's Echo Kirk. Around the board she comes, gathering some speed, comes up to the close boards. Chip pass to Plett out of the reach of McDonald. Episcopo turns around, back into his zone, looking for a pass. Unable to make that. It'll be an icing call here with 1:15 left in the third. 6-0 is our score. Heads still have to remain high to finish this game off for the Buffalo, as they were hoping for a different turn of events perhaps this game. Home ice advantage, not the case this morning here down in Pilot Mound. They'll be back to the drawing board for sure for the team in white this week as they prepare for some upcoming games in November. It's not a light schedule, but still we'll be busy on the ice for both teams as they prepare for their next weekend's games. Dawachuk checks off the puck and gets down to the low post. Puck gets sent back into the boards. Bit of a 2-on-2 scrum down low in the corner. Comes up the sidewall and it scoots up just past the defenseman Rolfson into the Pilot Mound zone. It goes around the goal line to Ditto. Ditto has to chase it to the loose puck. She gets taken on by 2 players. And there is Doak, who's able to get it out to the red line, to the neutral zone and none farther. And it's sent in there by a Dawachuk. Haley Anderson giving chase. Able to get to the loose puck, but just Borgfjord is able to get further down the zone. 20 seconds left here in the third. And there is Brown below the goal line, looking to kill the last seconds off of this game. Haley Anderson with the puck and the shot. Rebounds in front, scoots away. Diddle with the shot, hits a player in front before it gets to the net. And that'll just about do it here as the puck gets sent down. And that'll be our final 6-0 for the Rink Hockey Academy. I'd like to thank Coach McConnell very much for joining me during the third.
Thanks for having me.
Saving me about 5,000 words each period. I appreciate it. And we will say thank you very much for joining us. Our next games with the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy will be in a couple weeks' time. where they'll have the boys showcase November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th down here in Pilot Mound, Manitoba. So thank you very much for all my guests. My name is Theo Tutkaluk. Thank you for joining us here on ASTV and Pilot Mound Hockey Network, your source and putting the amateur sports on the spotlight.